We've been crazy curious about how to help teams and organizations evolve how they work for a long time. We've been researching, teaching, and consulting, just fascinated for more years than we'd like to admit. With the world changing around us, organizations have to change how they work to get results. They make huge investments, more than $4 billion per year on leadership development in North America alone. And here's a surprise, and we can say this because we've been leadership developers. Research tells us there's no real evidence this investment makes much of a difference. So what's going on here? Well, imagine your organization as a fishbowl. The fish are your people. The water is your culture, the often invisible beliefs and expectations about how we do things here that influence the way people behave and relate. The bowl is your organization's day-to-day systems and processes, the structures that support and guide your work. These can be big, like compensation structures, or small, like the structure of a meeting. The bowl, often without our awareness, reinforces certain behaviors and discourages others. So when change is needed, what do we as organizations typically do? Well, we might hire consultants to redesign or reorg. We might drive a culture initiative with a new values rollout and waterfall. And we also might try to shift individual behaviors by scooping high potentials and leader fish out of the fishbowl and sending them to an offsite or a beautifully designed leadership development program. But what's getting clearer to us is that even when all three strategies are happening, the results fall short of what we're hoping for. People struggle to apply new approaches to what they're working on, and thereby create large-scale change. As brilliant as these strategies may be, they stay academic or theoretical until people are able to apply them to their day-to-day work, with their day-to-day teammates and dynamics, and in a way that fits the complexity of what they're facing. When we return from trainings with new skills and tools, we're stepping back into the same water, and it's like expecting fish to swim faster in peanut butter. It takes chutzpah to try new things with teammates who weren't at the workshop. Eye rolls, not knowing how to handle complex reactions, and fear of risk-taking hold us back. And when there's a history of hurt feelings or interpersonal toxicity, practicing new skills and behaviors gets even trickier. What the trainer said seems logical, but my boss will never go for it. Well, it was easy with the workshop people, but they've never met my team. When we send fish back from the offsite and we expect them to bust silos, be agile, be more innovative, or have productive conflict, we're also asking them to swim against the walls of their current bowl. The systems, policies, and processes that structure the way work gets done haven't shifted. They might like to collaborate more, but there's no way to get together with other departments to hear what's happening. They might believe in making sure everyone has a voice, but when they open the floor for discussion in a meeting, they just hear from the same three people. And here's the thing, our fishbowls are perfectly designed to get the results we're getting. The way we swim affects the water we're swimming in. The shape of our bowl and the water in it influence how we are swimming. And all interact to get the results we're getting. If we change one aspect, the others will quickly push us back to the status quo. So what we're learning is that if we want to evolve a fishbowl, what works is to engage people in evolving it together while they do their real work. It's actually quite simple. Give fish a taste of what's possible, an experience with a different fishbowl while they do their real work together, and see that they get better results. Make visible the fishbowl tweaks that are helping them get those results, and help them keep experimenting and building on those tweaks until they have sustained results. Working on all three levels of the fishbowl at the same time has power. People get results on real work, so they know it works and works in their world. They see new possibility in themselves and their team members. We all can and are willing to work differently. That experience begins to change the water. It builds trust and psychological safety, and it clears up some of the poop. And best of all, people feel hope because they have new fishbowl tricks they can take and use right away and apply in other places. They can experiment and learn their way forward together, and it's really not so hard. So if you're crazy curious about your fishbowl, here are some of our favorite resources to help you get started.